Well, today, my friends, is a good day. Not only because the sun is out, I'm feeling positive, inspired, and ready to move forward with this van conversion. So as with everything on this van build so far, my mind and ideas have changed continuously throughout once I get feedback from you guys on Instagram and also in the comments. Anyway, initially, I was going to put the fridge in this base unit here. However, I've now decided to move the fridge underneath the bed because then it's going to leave this area completely free in the future, which means I'm obviously going to be able to put cupboards and storage in there and cupboards and storage in here. In a couple of weeks, I've got a very exciting road trip where I'm going to be heading into some wintry conditions, and I really want to get this kitchen in a much more usable, functional, practical way so I can actually start using it properly. I think it's going to make a lot more sense to have the fridge there because, as I said, I'm going to have more storage space for other things. The only reason I was against having it under the bed initially was because I quite like the idea of having a lot of garage space. As I've said many a time, go out in your van during the conversion because you get a far better understanding of how exactly you want everything to be laid out, and I'm pretty set on the idea. Fridge under here, this empty for storage space. It's going to work a lot better. Here she is, baby. The thing that's going to keep all of my food nice and cold and refreshing. This fridge is the Dometic CRX 65, not the CRX 50. It's got a decent amount of storage space in here, a shelf down the bottom for bottles, these in here for eggs or whatever, a little freezer compartment, and two shelves, one for a bit of salad, but I don't eat salad, and a few of these different settings on the side here. Quite a nifty little fridge, I have to say. The only thing I can't work out is whether all of this black stuff on the back is packaging or it's actually on here to protect the fridge. I think I'm going to leave it on. It's taped on. Let me know in the comments if I'm being an absolute idiot. Is this packaging to protect it, or is this how the actual fridge looks? Because I really can't tell, and I don't want to take it off just in case. These Dometic fridges are not easy to get hold of. It took me a long time to find a company that actually had them in stock, with everybody converting vans into camper vans. They're in high demand. I actually picked this up from a company called Autocraft, who have been absolutely awesome. Not only did they have plenty of these in stock, but they also had loads of other van conversion materials and items that I've needed. So if any of you guys need anything for your van conversion, definitely go and check them out. I'll leave a link in the description to their website. They have literally everything that you could ever need for a van conversion. Electrics, gas, water, heating, fridges, wood, you name it, they've got it. Ugh. All I can say is I didn't plan for the fridge to fit underneath the bed like this, but thank God it bloody does. I'm gonna have to cut some pieces of wood to make everything fit. Ouch. So stupidly, because I built this and I've obviously changed my mind, I want the fridge to sit out flush here, so I'm gonna have to cut this piece of wood out for the gap for the fridge to sit in and move these closer in so that I can fix the fridge to this to stop it moving. That is the center. Fingers are stuck. So all I've done, as you saw, is just put a piece of wood so that I can fix the fridge into the side, because either side of the fridge are these little caps which you can screw through the casing of the shield, of the fridge, and then into my piece of wood. But I may need to bring the fridge slightly more forward. I just want to see exactly where these line up with my back piece of wood there. Oh, how's that freaking happen? Oh, you're joking me. You are joking me. I didn't realise the piece of wood that I've used on this left hand side isn't as wide as the piece that I used here, which is why I've missed. Oh god, I've just glued that in place, for fuck's sake. As always, in my head, this was literally going to take about an hour. We're 3 hours in now, or 4, I don't even know. Oh, do I know what to do? I do not want to go and buy more wood for this. I found 2 off-cut pieces of wood which aren't the exact length that I need, but they're the right depth, width, sorry. I thought the piece of wood that I'd put on this side was 12 centimeters. Well, actually I didn't even check, I just looked at it and thought it was. But actually it's 9 centimeters, which means when I screw the fridge in, I'm completely missing the piece of wood that I've put on there. So, frickin' pain in the arse, I'm wasting time today. God, this stresses me out sometimes. Never, ever, ever, I don't know when I'm going to learn this, think or say that a job is going to be done in an hour. Times that by 5. What you didn't see, because I just didn't film it, is I also put the glue on the wrong side, so this left hand side one has just gone completely tits up. After an absolute faff and overcomplicating a job which didn't need to be overcomplicated, I finally got the bloody fridge in. So, there we go, it's all fixed in place. Please ignore this horrendous looking glue on both sides, because that'll all be covered with the cladding once I finished it. Fridge is in, it's not going to go anywhere at all. The only thing still to do is to wire it in, but with the amount of mistakes and cock-ups I've made today and just making the job 100 times harder than I need to, I'm going to call it a day here. I'm slowly learning that when I'm having a bad day in terms of doing jobs and everything seems to be going wrong, just put the tools down and come back to it another day, because otherwise I'm just going to start getting frustrated. I've already spent 20 minutes cleaning the floor because I was walking glue everywhere. So I'm going to come back in a couple of days, get that wired in, and fingers crossed, get this hob and this sink in. Thank God, but it don't break even. No. Okay, we are back again for another day on the van build. I can't lie to you, I am not feeling at all with it today. I am hungover from the weekend. The alcohol has had a negative impact on my brain functioning, but I need to get this done today. Jobs to finish off, get the hob in, get the gas working, that's 2 things, get the sink in, get a very basic water system working. Fridge is in, I've been driving around with the van for the last couple of days, no issues at all, it's not come flying at me and almost killed me, it's stayed in place, lovely jubbly. Today, sort this area out and get it done. When you're feeling down in the dumps, there's one thing to do. Listen to music, always cheers you up. In the video where I actually started the kitchen build and I ripped it all out from Facebook Marketplace, I briefly showed that I've got a basic DIY van kitchen kit. I'm always overcomplicating things when I'm trying to explain it. But anyway, in this box is pretty much everything I need to have a basic water system and to have the gas hob working and just have, you know, as I keep saying, a basic kitchen. So I just want to quickly run through what's in the box and show you how it all works. Haven't quite worked that one out yet, but we'll figure it all out together. Loads of people in the comments have asked where I got this kit from. It was from Jackson Leisure. I bought it absolutely ages ago. So what it comes with is 2 of these water containers. One is obviously for your fresh water, one is obviously for your wastewater. We've got 1 red pipe for your hot, 1 blue pipe for your cold. this is a gas pipe, which obviously needs to connect to the gas canister and run through into the hob. Then I've got the sink, which you've seen in a previous video. It's black. Ideally I would have wanted silver. I'm not sure if this is the final sink that I'm going to go for, just because, yeah, I prefer the colour silver. But as I said, bought it ages ago. May change that in the future and try and sell this. But for the time being, I'm going to install it. And if I need to take it out, that's not a problem. We've got a whale water pump, which obviously pushes the water from the tank into the tap and all that stuff. A tap, again, probably not going to use that, but I will do for the time being. This, I'm not sure what this is for. Potentially a water pipe. So, plan is, get this fixed down, installed, along with the sink, and get the very simple water setup running and working, because then I'm going to be able to use the van and it's going to be a lot more practical. Okay, the sink is now securely-ish in place. One thing I've learned, don't put your rubber seal at the front, but this will come out in a few weeks probably, because I'm going to sand all this down. Because you don't want the rubber seal join to be visible. Should have put it at the back. Okay, just going to work out where everything is going to sit. What I'm going to do is leave this one completely empty, because I want to obviously get as many drawers in there as I possibly can. The top one will obviously just be a fake blank drawer, because the sink drops down to about there. So I need to now work out how to run these pipes from the sink into there for wastewater. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sink and very basic wastewater system is done. Gravity should pull all of the water from the sink into here. Let's give it a test, check if anything leaks, and then go from there. It's going in. Happy days, man. You can hear it. It's filling up at the bottom there. All these small little wins. Like having a sink in here is just an absolute winner chicken dinner. A game changer. Just make things a lot easier. Now I can wash up inside the van instead of washing up outside. Happy with that. I know it's so simple, but it just puts a smile on my face. Time to connect up the gas pipe to the actual hob. The placement of the pipe on the hob seems absolutely ridiculously stupid, to be honest, but not really too much I can do about it. Got a couple of Jubilee clips to obviously stop any gas leaks, because I don't want to kill myself in here. I've just gone to my favourite shop in the entire world, which takes so much of my money every single day, Screwfix, and picked up some black Superior Construction sealant and adhesive. So, hopefully this does the job. Hopefully this will hold it. Oh, bollocks. Find the hole. Find the hole, baby. I think I must have cut the hole slightly too big. This is how we're looking underneath. Hopefully that does the job. Only time will tell. Now time to connect up that pipe to this gas tank. So this is a 3 kilogram tank of, or bottle, or 3.9 kilogram bottle of propane gas. So I had to buy one of these propane adapters. What I didn't realise, I wasn't filming earlier, but I was just having a play around with it to try and understand how it all connects and works. I was trying to screw this on like a normal screw, if that makes sense. and I was getting rather frustrated, thinking to myself, wow, how difficult can it be? So of course I asked my dad for some help and some guidance. Basically this screws on anti-clockwise, if that makes any sense. So instead of normal clockwise, it goes on anti-clockwise. So for anybody else that gets confused, why the hell doesn't your propane adapter go on, or not adapter, propane connector, that's why, because it goes on anti-clockwise. No gas leaks for me, I don't think. Hopefully anyway. This is pretty rock solid, this pipe. Okay, the moment of truth has come. Time to test and see if the hob works. It needs a 12-volt feed to get the gas burners to click, I guess, or to basically ignite. So I've just temporarily, for testing purposes, wired this into a 12-volt connector, which is then plugged into one of my outlets on the wall sockets. So let's see if this works. Okay, the gas is on, I think. I heard a little puff. Ooh. Whoa! Whoa! We have heat, not heat. We have hobs in the van. Jesus, that's freaking awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that is cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Only thing I don't like, which I've already realised was perhaps a mistake, I should have moved this over here and then had this middle bit for chopping and for drying things. Anyway, these next 2 weeks that I'm going away is just a real testing scenario and situation, and I can make adjustments and things afterwards, like moving this over to here. Obviously I have to get a new worktop, but this is also good practice for me, because I know this is so simple for a lot of people, but I've never done any of this, connecting a hob, connecting a sink, so it just makes things a lot clearer in my mind, especially when I come to do the underslung water tanks. I've already got a better idea of how everything works. Mate, that is freaking awesome. So, since that last clip that you've just watched, a lot of things have changed in the last 24 hours. I've put the camera down, I've got to work, and I've just cracked on. First of all, the big news. I took Mary to the MOT tester earlier today, and she passed with absolute flying colours. No advisories, happy days, all good. And thank God for that, because I'm actually getting the ferry tomorrow from Dover to Calais at 9:45 in the morning, and if I had failed the MOT, then I would be absolutely buggered, because it's illegal to drive without a valid MOT. So, happy days. That is one major thing completely out the way. Put it in the comments, by the way, which country you think I'm going to be visiting and driving through. Of course, in the next video, I'll share all of that information with you. I've decided to put the drawers and the cupboards in. I also now have the fridge wired in. It's not turned on at the minute, but it is wired in. Here we go. It's an absolute mess up there. There's so much to organise, because as I said, I'm literally leaving in about 12 hours. I have left things absolutely last minute, like that MOT. It was lucky it passed, or not lucky. I expected it to anyway. The reason I wanted to get these cupboards in is obviously to stop things flying about. A lot of you guys in a previous video recommended me to get some child locks. So these are basically what these are. They're just self-adhesive on this side, and then round the side there, it's also self-adhesed to the side of the unit. So basically, to open this, you just clip it, and now I can use the drawer. This is actually a fake drawer, because the sink is there. I just glued that on for the time being. In here we have fresh water, which I haven't filled up. I quickly just put a couple of battens and some bungee cord just to keep everything in place there and to strap everything down. Obviously I drove the van to the MOT centre, and I actually had it all like this and nothing moved an inch. So although these straps are very, very ugly, and it's not what I'm going to use when I come to actually have the finished kitchen, for the time being it's going to do the job and stop everything flying absolutely everywhere. The other thing that I have done is put a switch at the back and a light. So now that when it's dark and I need to come and grab anything from the back, water, food, clothes, whatever it is, I can now actually see what the hell I'm doing. Some major changes though: fridge in, hob in and working, sink in and working with a basic water system. Drawers aren't going to fly out and kill me. I now have some extra storage space to put pots, pans and all of that. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry it was chaotic towards the end bit. If you want to see which country I'm traveling to and the absolute chaos that is probably going to happen over the next 2 weeks, who I'm going with, which country we're going to, and some of the adventures we're going to be getting up to in the van, then make sure to follow along and like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Will's Whereabouts for live, up-to-date, real-time videos. All that is left to say is I cannot wait for the next 2 weeks of some winter stealth camping, some winter van life, and just some wintry adventures. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.